Yes! What up YouTube, Zaki Boy Games here. We have all heard people say that Macs aren't good for games, blah blah blah. But what if I told you that with your Mac you can capture your gameplays?
The prophecy is true.
As you can see here, I am playing Shadow of War, and this is all being captured by my Mac with just some basic software. One is QuickTime Player, and the other is PS4 Remote Play. Now, what PS4 Remote Play does is that it mirrors what's going on in the PS4 onto your Mac. And now what QuickTime Player has is this built-in screen recording software. This does allow you to capture the video, and you could also have your voice over it. But then you won't have the actual audio of the game you are trying to record. For that, you'll need a program called iShowU Capture, and I'll put a link to that in the description. This is really good for anyone who wants to start doing gameplays for YouTube because one, the software is really easy to set up, and two, it's free, as long as you have a Mac and a PS4. There are videos out there on YouTube that can teach you how to set up all this software, but in a minute I will show you how you can do it. It does seem a little bit tricky at first, but after a few tweaks you should be able to get it. Alright, so after downloading and installing iShowU Audio Capture, you go to your system preferences, go to the sound menu, then the output, you should have a list, click on iShowU Audio Capture, then you go to QuickTime Player, you go to the screen recording, and then you should have something like this appearing. There would be an arrow pointing down next to the recording button. You click on that, you would have this list, and you select this. And once you have that activated, you're all good to go. To get PS4 Remote Play to work, you simply open it up. And if you're doing this for the first time, you've got to go to Preferences, and then you've got to sign in. And you've got to make sure that you sign in to the same email that you used to sign into the PS4. Otherwise, it won't work. Now, to add device on the PS4, you go to Settings. You go into Remote Play Connection Settings. And then you go to Add Device. It is doing this because my Mac and PS4 are already linked together. Now, assuming that you have done this for the first time, instead of that showing up, it will ask you to type in the numbers on that screen. You type those in onto your Mac, and that will link it up. Before you press start, this is pretty much the most important part. What you got to make sure is that you have your PS4 remote linked up with your Mac by the cable. If you don't have that, it simply won't work. So if you have all that up, and you put in the numbers for the first time, I did that like a few weeks ago, so this should be ready. So once you've done that, you click start. There you go, it's all linked up. And then what you do to record all this is that you would put it into full screen. You don't want to capture the background because it's not really pretty. Put that into full screen, and then you activate the screen recording software with iShowU Capture, fire it up, and when you see this button here, you just switch over, and boom, you have your gameplay. So yeah, it's pretty easy to set up, but using a MacBook Pro means that you won't get like the super high quality 4K gameplay, but it's pretty good. But if you have an iMac desktop, however, you'll get an even better result because iMac desktops are obviously a lot more powerful than MacBook Pro laptops. Now, I know there's going to be quite a few comments saying, oh, OBS is a lot better, oh, why don't you just use that? Well, the thing with OBS is that it's really difficult to set up, trust me. I tried it at one point, and I was just like, screw it, QuickTime Player is a lot better, and it's much easier. So once you've got all that, you should be ready to record your gameplays for YouTube or just have some fun with it. I will definitely do legitimate gameplays in the future as soon as I can find out how to get my commentary over the gameplay simultaneously, and then maybe I will get a webcam just because I feel like it. And I guess that's all there is to it. If you find this video helpful, then why not give it a like, or maybe subscribe to this channel for more content in the future. And yes, I know you guys might want to see me play this mission, but it would make this video a little bit too long, and we know that the longer a video is, the longer it takes to upload to YouTube, so I'm just going to leave it here. Catch you later, alligators from Australia.
Nice.